Is it better to use a native or a foreign name for baptism? Join the debate. What is your opinion? What is your view? Is it better to use a native name or a foreign name for baptism? Many parents who bring their children for infant baptism or who wish to choose Christians that wish to choose names for adult baptism, they choose names because they are foreign names and they sound very fanciful and very sweet to the ear without caring of the meaning, whether that name will really help them to live out the Christian virtues. Unfortunately, in some places, when the candidates for baptism choose a name that is not foreign, that is native name, but that name has a lot of meaning as far as our Christian faith is concerned. They even convey Christian virtues and Christian sentiments, things that are related to our faith. But because it's not a foreign name, in some places, many people begin to discourage them to choose the foreign name. What does the church say about the choice of names for baptism? By the church, I mean the Catholic Church. Let us go to the canon law and the catechism of the Catholic Church. Canon 855 says that parents, godparents, and pastors or priests are to ensure that the name given to the child to be baptized is not foreign to Christian sentiment. In other words, it's not compulsory that the name to be given to that child must be the name of any of the saints, provided that the name is not foreign to Christian sentiment, as the canon law stipulates. Provided that the name is not foreign to Christian sentiment. The Catechism of the Catholic Church, number 2156, says that while a priest can use native names for baptism, the names to be used should be in keeping with Christian sentiment and tradition and should serve to connect the individual to the broader Catholic community. The choice of name should be guided by the goal of Christian edification and the example of the saints. The Catechism did not say it must be the name of any saint. So, native names are allowed to be used for Christian baptism. Remember, the debate and the question now is whether it is better to use native names or to use foreign names. What is your own view? What is your own take? We should not forget that the church affirms the importance of embracing and promoting one's culture. You are free to promote your culture, but the church cautions at the same time that such promotion must be done in a way that is in line with the teachings of the gospel and the church's understanding of the dignity and freedom of the human person. So a baptismal name can be a native name or a foreign name or a name of a saint or a native name that promotes Christian sentiment, that is in line with Christian sentiment and promotes Christian virtues. So names like God's love, Ifunanya Chukwu in Igbo language, Chukwuka, God is great, Ndokako, life is preferable to wealth, Ochidimma, God is good, and so many other names such as Ebere, mercy, Okechukwu, God's gift, Ogechukwu, God's time, and so many other beautiful names. Ndidi, patience or endurance. So, Uchenna, God's will, Ikechukwu, God's power. These are beautiful native names and so many other ones, provided they make meaning that are not contrary to Christian sentiment. They could be used for Christian baptism. And for me, they are preferable. It's preferable to use them because in your native language and culture which the church promotes, you understand the name you are answering. You know the impulse and the implications. Unlike a foreign name that you may not even know what it is. And when you go into the name of a saint, you need to study the life of the saints to even understand how come and whether you are in tune to living out the life of that saint. So before you even make a choice of a name, but directly when a native name is chosen and it is spoken, immediately as the child grows up, the child understands fully, this is the meaning, this is the import, this is the implication of my name. So I may be tending to say it's better to use native names for baptism rather than foreign names, provided the name chosen is not contrary to any Christian teaching or the demands of the gospel. In Hausa language, Amina, being faithful, Abdul Salami, messenger of peace. These are beautiful names that could be used for baptism, and so many other names. Zanefa means grace, and Yankuri means patience. Tijani or Tijani, I don't know how to speak Hausa very well, means gift, and so many other beautiful names in Hausa language which could serve for Christian baptism because they are not contrary to Christian sentiment in any way. Why do we leave them and go to get names that we may not understand? We may have to go and study and read up and then do research before we even understand it. It's not bad if you prefer a foreign name that is a name of a saint or a name that is also not contrary to the Christian teachings. It's not bad. You can use them, you can choose them. In Yoruba language, names like Adekunle, joy-filled home, Ayo, joy, even Ade, crown. These are beautiful names that could be used for baptism. Then Toyi is praise, and Shegun is overcomer. So these nice names are not contrary to the Christian teachings or the demands of the gospel, and they are not foreign to Christian sentiment. If you are Yoruba by tribe and you understand other good and fine names that are native of Yoruba culture and tribe, you can choose them. You can choose them because you understand them, and you can use them for baptism instead of going in for research to get a foreign name that eventually some you get what they mean. When you get to understand their meaning, you begin to run. Unless if you are fortunate and they are the names of saints, then you lean on the fact that you are answering it with that saint as your namesake. But for the meaning of that name, you may really be frightened. So God bless you. God bless you. I want to hear your own comment. I want to see your own contribution on the comment section. What is your view? What is your take on this issue? Is it preferable to use foreign names or only saints' names for baptism? Or is it preferable to use native names for Christian baptism, whether that of an infant or adult? God bless you as you make your contribution. And if you wouldn't mind, you subscribe to this channel so that other issues that affect our faith, other enlightening programs, other things that will be bringing up, that will be coming up to help you be more enlightened from, so that you live a fulfilled life on earth and have hope of eternity in heaven tomorrow. I was just reading something on canonlawmadeeasy.com, and it specifically brought out that names such as Satan, Lucifer, death, and names like Hitler, Stalin, that these names will presumably raise an instant red flag. In other words, people will feel uncomfortable when you want to use these names for Christian baptism. People will definitely feel uncomfortable, and it sounds as names that are foreign to Christian sentiment, not in line with the gospel. However, in Igbo language, death means on, and it's not when you use on, anywhere you hear on, you think the name is foreign to Christian sentiment. The Igbos answer Onwu Chekwa, meaning death wait, Onwu Biko, death please. And they give such names when they have had ugly experiences of death. So not just when you hear Ong in a name, you think it's foreign to Christian sentiment. So the culture should be studied, and the priests or pastors serving there should understand the cultural sentiments and then align it with the Christian sentiment and approve native names for baptism without chasing the people away because they are not choosing a saint's name or they are not choosing foreign names. As I said, please make your own comment so that when we gather all these comments, we help the Christian faith to grow. We help to encourage others. Share this. Let people join in the debate and make their comment on the comment section. God bless you.